Welcome to a new Shoutout. This time it's a little bit different because I'm tackling the topic I normally don't do, but I think these two animal-related projects deserve a little bit more attention than they already got. And I think some people don't know about them, and after hearing about what they do or what they can find there, will start also liking them or even think about helping a little bit out so that they can continue what they do. There are also from different parts of the world. One is here in Germany, the other one is from America. But let's start with the first one. The first one is from Germany, like I said, is called the Wolvespark of Werner Freund in Merzig. It was founded in 1977 by Werner Freund, and he sadly died 2014. It's a park, or it's a small compound where they take care of different kinds of wolves. They have 9 different compounds and have normally packs between 2 to 6 animals. Like I said, the founder died sadly 2014, but the whole project is still continued by one of his co-workers, Tatjana Schneider. I self-visited the park last year, and I have to say it was a really fantastic day, even if it's just a small compound. If you're there and see how the animals behave, and we also, if you're lucky, when there's something special going on, they have once a month a little guided tour through the park. But we were able to get there when it was feeding time, and it was really great seeing how they care for these really wonderful animals and how they repaid their caretakers. It was a great view to behold, and it's something you don't see every day. And even if you look at some of the pictures, how the animals are or living in this park, and how the caretakers really take care of these animals, it's just something you really start loving. Also, if you are, or if you, let's say, follow them a little bit on Facebook, they have every or let's say sometimes a little bit more or deeper explanations about what they do or how the animals behave. And there was a really great entry on the 26th March of 2017. I really highly recommend to read, but be careful. It's a little bit it's a little bit downer to read what's in the entry, but it's also something I have to appreciate what they are writing, because it's also, even if it's a sad theme, it's wonderful reading something like this. So I highly recommend you look at some of these Facebook entries to see how real deep they care for their animals. And I really hope this whole park will still continue, and will still live in some years, that they still get their funding to keep this up and running. And if you're in Germany and near Merzig, and really have a sunny day, go there. You don't have to pay some entry fee. It's just a park where you can walk through and even go further into the woods behind the park. But it's really something I really recommend you should try out if you have the chance to do it. The second project I wanted to talk about from America, or specific German Valley in Illinois, is the Critter Camp. I only knew about it for, I think it's now 4 years, and I heard about it from a Kickstarter I backed. That this or let's say this project existed. It's an exotic pet sanctuary that only takes small, unadoptable, unusual pets there, and it's solely run by, or operated solely by, volunteers, because when I recall, because of the animals that they take in, which consists from foxes, rats, turtles, lizards, ferrets, and all kinds of more different animals, they don't get specific funding. They have to work only on donations or volunteers to keep that whole thing running. And they have normally something, I think, between 200 and over 300 animals that they take care of. And their founder, Bess Randall, is also a person that really cares about all the animals there. And even if she has a disease, she keeps working really hard to keep everything the way it is. And I really I have to take my hat off for the work she does, because every time I look on, or every day I follow them on Facebook, and watch what's happening and what's going on. You can see how these animals are in great shape. They are really taken care of, and how they also here how they repay or some of them, how they repay the kindness that Beth shows them. And yeah, it's a fantastic project. I think needs more help because of the problem with the fundings, because they can't get state funding for this. But even if you can't donate, there are so many ways you can help with this project if you're in the region or near of this compound. And there's also the way that you can get tours there. You have to. I'm not sure how long you have to tell them that you want to come, but I'll leave links to both projects in the description down below, so you can get all the information about both projects. And let's say this, in both cases, I highly recommend you get or you follow them on Facebook, even if you don't have a Facebook account. I don't have one, but I try to look at what they have to show us every day, if there are new topics or something like that, because it's really something. I have to say it's something I really love seeing. And even if you these are just two projects that I think are fantastic from the people who work there, from or what they do. It's even if you don't live near some of these things, you have other shelters or projects like this where you can help, because I think every animal deserves the help, or let's say every abandoned animal deserves in some way to be helped. And or even if you just learn something new about these specific animals, that they can be helped. And if you have a shelter near you, just go there, volunteer a little bit, because let's just say if you just walk the dogs there, and or help cleaning cages, it's something I think everyone appreciates, and especially the animals will appreciate it, that there are people who take care of them, even if their original owners don't do it anymore. For me, even if it sounds a little bit cliche, or something like, let's say, a real nature lover, I don't think animals are things that just can be thrown away or changed whenever you liked, like a piece of clothing or something like that. And I really have respect for everyone who works for an animal shelter or project that takes care. And I really think everyone who helps out and is or doing something like volunteering does a really great job to keep this up. And even like things like this, like the Wolvespark, where you can learn more about specific animals or how they really live, is something that I also appreciate, because sometimes it's better to learn more than just to let's just say kill animals or do something like that to them, because it's not fair. It's not fair what's happening with them. And I know it from personal or from a personal story. Our last dog, he was very sick, and I followed his way nearly to the end, because one day when I was walking with him, he just lost his eyesight. And believe me, it was something I really had to work with the first days, because you're standing there, he's trying to walk through the house and just bumping everywhere in the wall. But the more he learned, the more he was capable to, even with his blindness, to maneuver through the house with no problems. And he was even able to walk without a leash in some parts of the parts where we were walking. So it was hard. And if you take care of more than just one animal, and even sick animals, it's something I really appreciate. Because the second part was, there were many people who asked me if it's not better to let him die, and that's something where I was really frustrated with, because I never thought about, just because he couldn't see anymore, just to kill him. It's I don't know why people think about this. And so, like I said, most of these abandoned animals are just like things that are thrown away because their owner don't like to work with what they got. And sometimes I think it's just that it's like I said, it's not fair, the animals, or it's not fair to just throw them away. So like I said, it's, even if it sounds like cliche, it's just the way I think. I'm not not this kind of nature loving hippie, if you think like that. It's just for me, every living creature has its right to live in some way, and even if not and not just something like a baggage that you throw away. So again, if you liked these two projects I just told you about, then try to help them, or try to donate, or just visit them, and or just give another shout out or something on their Facebook pages or guest books. And if you have something or other projects you think are mentioning, just leave a comment, or just help them in every other way. And there are so many ways to help them. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.